Hello, hi. This is Anurag from B-Ghud Academy, and today I have here with me a special guest, Claire Hickson from the UK. Claire, well, I can't really call you a guest because your family has been very closely associating with B-Ghud for more than a decade, including Joe, Cherry, Jerry, Spencer, and Alex, and now you. Thank you so much for all the support that your family and now you have been providing for the last 1 decade.
It is our enormous pleasure.
Okay, Claire, so from a very few classes that you have taken for our students, they have prepared a questionnaire to ask you. They would be very interested to know these answers from you. So shall I ask you the questions?
Yes, please do.
All right, the first question that they have here for you is, well, they know that you're a poet and an author. So their question is, being a poet and an author, what changes that you would like to see in the world today?
Thank you. That is a very big philosophical question. So hopefully from my perspective as a poet, I can give you my perspective on that, my opinion on that. So in a simple answer, I would like to see more peace in the world.
Okay.
This is the change, because I think if we had more peace in the world, so many other things would change. So my feeling is I would like us to move from a war mentality
Right.
to more of a heart-led mentality. Because we can see what is playing out in the world is the war mentality.
Right.
Which includes greed, resentment, bitterness, anger, fighting. So this consciousness is very low. It's a very low consciousness. And I feel what we're trying to do in the world is raise the consciousness higher. And the only way that we can do that is for every single individual in the world to look within to their own consciousness.
Right.
Because we have the collective consciousness, which is the consciousness of the whole world. We then have our own individual consciousness. And until each individual changes their own consciousness, we can't change the collective consciousness. Does that make sense?
Right, yes.
So then, for example, I am working on my own level of consciousness, which is to try and move away from judging other people, feeling angry, feeling resentful. And that takes a lot of work, inner work, I would call it. And until every single person in the world does this, we can't move away from the war mentality that we have. And that is quite, it's devastatingly being demonstrated in the world today with Russia, Ukraine,
Right.
Israel, Palestine. It is devastating. And so, yes, my answer to that question is going to be very big, because this is what needs to happen in the world. And as a poet, that is what I am communicating about, looking within, like coming away from all of the chaos and the distractions that keep us in our minds, and coming more into our hearts and working on ourselves first. And only then will the collective consciousness start becoming higher.
Right. I totally understand. And so what do you think, these kind of positive changes, will they happen anytime soon? Are you hopeful?
I am hopeful. I am. I do feel that in general, we are at a very crucial time in humanity. And this has been prophesied for a long time. Like, you can look at any spiritual text or esoteric text, and each one of them will prophesy the golden age, they might call it, the age of Aquarius. It's this time where we move from one age to another. And so my hope is that the consciousness is rising right now. In a strange way, the more that we see war and terror, the more that people are forced to look at themselves and become kinder and become more conscious themselves.
Right.
So it's sort of a painful process that we're going through, but I am very hopeful. But I think it is a conscious choice for each individual. We have a choice to make